Okay, so this is a really quick video to show you how to use a Steam Deck, like one of these that I got recently for Star Citizen. I'm trying to figure out how to use it for Lost Ark. And so I was figuring, like, I'm not going to reach over and hit that button when I want to pot, but, like, as a cool thing that could be over there on the side, like all the emotes. And so there's different ways that you can do emotes in the game. So if you hit the Y key, you could take something, you know, like respect or whatever, and you could put it on your bar, and then you can hit the 6 key, and then she'll perform the emote. Or you can type it out, respect, and she'll do the thing. And so how can you do that on a Steam Deck? So a couple ways that you could do that is that if you open up the Steam Deck program, I keep calling it a Steam Deck, it's Stream Deck. I'm going to just call it Steam Deck, I don't care. So what you can do is in the game, if you go to your settings and you go to your hotkeys, you can set up this macro text. And so these are bound Alt 1 through Alt 0, and so that gives you the ability to do 10, but I've got one of these that have 15 buttons, and so while I could use these top 4 for Alt 1 through Alt 0 and then figure out what I want to bind those to, I thought it'd be cooler to have like all the emotes in the game. So so this is kind of the most basic way. And so in the Stream Deck app, you could open up and you could set a hotkey, for example, to one of these buttons, and you could set this to be Alt 1, and then you could name it like, you know, respect or like whatever, right? And so then, so now when I push this button on my Stream Deck, it's going to enter Alt 1 into the game, which would be this. And then if you go up here to community, which seems weird that they would put that there, but macro text, you could set this as like respect, right? Or something. Or sway, or you could do one of these super obnoxious party chats that have the 5 stupid exclamation points that are like, I used that one stupid engraving. I hate these. But that's how you set these things up, right? Is that you set macros here, and then you keybind this macro text. And then so if I have that all set up, and I push this button now in my Stream Deck with Lost Ark in the foreground, if I push that button, then she performs the /respect, right? So that's one way to do it. I think that that's kind of the most blessed by the developer's authentic way to do it. The other way that you could do it is that if you wanted to put a text command, so if you drag text in here and you name this like sit, you know, or whatever, then the text that you want to send is /sit, and then you want to hit enter after this is hit. The problem with this is that, again, if I have Lost Ark in the forefront and I hit this, like, nothing happens. And I think the reason here is that because it, like, is trying to spit out all that text, like, in one keystroke, the game sees that and basically rejects it, right? So if I open up, like, Notepad, for example, and I hit that button, again, you can see that it's doing the correct thing. It's like /sit enter /sit enter, and so that command is clearly working, but you can see it's not like /sit, it's like all at once. And so I think that the game doesn't like that, right? And if you have something like blow kiss, it's even more commands that it's trying to like buffer and like send as a single key command to the game. So I think the game rejects it, right? So I figured out a way around that, and that's basically if you do what's called a multi-action. And you can create this here on my Stream Deck. I'm going to say this is going to be like blow kiss, right? And then what you do is you take the same text commands, but you put 3 of them in here. And so what you do is on the first one, you hit enter. On the second one, you type /blow kiss. And then on the third one, you hit enter. And so, again, like, am I cheating the system? Am I creating a macro that's giving me an unfair advantage in game? Like, if you really think so and you want to cry about it, like, have a good time. Like, nobody cares. You're probably that person at a party that nobody likes to talk to. So I don't care. I think that this isn't giving me an unfair advantage, and they already have ways that I could do this with a single keystroke in the game anyway. So by having it where I reach over here on my Stream Deck and I hit that button instead, what you can see now is that once this is set up, and again, I could set this, the icon, I'll put a link in the description. I've already basically extracted all the icon files. Like, I went through Photoshop and I made screenshots, and I like spent a lot of time doing this just because I was bored today. But like, so now if I want to do blow kiss or whatever, I could say like, okay, this icon is now associated with this multi-action thing that's going to hit enter, it's going to type blow kiss, and it's going to hit enter again. And again, if we look in Notepad and then I push that button, you'll see, and it does like enter, blow kiss, enter. And so this allows the game to like deal with it. And so now if I have Lost Ark in the forefront and I hit that button, you can even see down here what it does is it hits enter, it opens the chat window, and then it craps that command in there, and then it hits enter again. Right? So you can effectively put a macro, and then you can even see, like, when I push that, it like does a little checkbox. It's like, hey, I executed the command, way to go. Right? And so these 3 different options, the only one that works is this multi-action. So, well, no, I mean, this works also if you want to do the Alt 1, but this type of command doesn't work. So this is garbage. So what I've done is I've created a profile, and I'll put a link in the description, and basically I'll put all of these files that I created in Photoshop today, medium icons, whatever. Right, I extracted all these out as PNG files, and then I have this Lost Ark Emotes Stream Deck profile that you can go into your Stream Deck program here, and if you go to this little gear icon, you can import, and then you could find this file. This is the only file you need. If you don't want the icons, like, throw them away. They're taking up, like, you know, like what, like 100K or something? Like, how big are these files? It's like, you know, 219 kilobytes. If you're running out of disk space and you can't deal with all these being here, or you want to reuse them or whatever and create your own things, be my guest. But all of that is contained within this 284 kilobyte file. So if you were to go into your Stream Deck and you go here, let me do it one more time, and you go this little arrow, and you go import, and then you bring in this command, like this profile that I'm going to give you, then you can go in here and you can link it to Lost Ark. So I already have this one linked with Lost Ark, and so it's complaining that like 2 profiles are trying to point at Lost Ark because I already have mine in there, so I'm going to just delete it. Right, but like then you can go in here and you can associate it with the application Lost Ark. Like, you might have to browse for it. Mine's under C. Games, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Lost Ark, if Binary, Win64, Lost Ark, right? So you can like associate it with that game. That when that game is in the forefront, then it will associate with that game, and it'll be like, I just make it the default or whatever. This is the one that I was showing you, kind of how you can make a couple that don't work. So I'm going to delete this one. So yeah, so now this has been associated with Lost Ark. And if I go into the Stream Deck, actually I don't know why it's not flipping over there automatically, but so what I've got basically is I've got this set up where on this first page you can add your favorites to this page, and then you can delete this. This is just telling you like this is the top level, and basically there's like 4 folders that you can step through. So if you hit this button, again, I'm going to just show you on the software, but basically if I hit this button, it goes to the next folder, and then it also gives you like a folder up button right here, so you can go back and forth. But like in the, you know, this is what it looks like in the program, is that you can go, so this is like advance through dance, this is deny through Lili, this is laugh through sorry, and then this is spirit recovery through whistle, and then that's as many icons as there are in the game. I don't even have all of these. Like, I don't have levitate or whatever, but I just took the icon, I found it on the Lost Ark wiki, and I made it anyway, so that if you do have it there, you can use it. And as you go all the way up, so I figure like if you're tabbing through this and you're looking for like Lili, and then you hit Lili in the game or whatever, then on the thing you'll want to like be tabbing back up to get to the top level. You know, like if you dig 3 layers deep and then you're like up, then this could be your favorites page. And then what you can do in here is that you could like find this one and you're like, oh, I always love to do the cute one, and you can like copy it. You can go up to the top level and then you can paste it, and you can like move it wherever you want it. And so I figure like you can have 14 at this top level, and then if you ever want to go get one of the ones that I made, just go in there and grab it and paste it, and then like you can drag it around, and then like you can even throw this away, you know, because this is literally just saying like put your favorites up here, and then like if you go through these, you can like get to like, oh, I'm gonna push sit, and then I'm gonna like go back up through the folders to get to the top level, which are all my favorites, and then I'll be back there. So I don't know, again, like if you think that this is cheating, if you think that this is hacking, like I don't care, go tell your mom, just whatever. But for anybody who has one of these and wanted to do something like this, there you go. So that's 10 minutes. Enjoy.